Hey everyone, my name is Josh, and this is the Star Wars Toys YouTube channel. And today we're going to unbox a 6-inch Black Series. This is the Mandalorian. So let's go cut this guy loose. Alright everyone, here we are with the Mandalorian from the Black Series 6-inch line. And just real quickly, I want to say to you guys, if you're enjoying the videos, if you like the figure reviews, if you're liking the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your support here, and it really helps us grow. And let's get on to the Mandalorian. So we're going to unbox this guy today, and just for context, I want to tell you guys that I'm shooting this video before they started streaming the Mandalorian show, so there's still a lot of mystery around this character. I'm actually filming this video the day after the figure was released, so this is a brand new release, and we're gonna unbox this guy. But let's check him out here, and I want to show you guys the packaging and everything before we tear into it. So if you're familiar with Black Series, you know most of them are numbered, and this guy is number 94, getting close to 100, so that's cool. And here on the back of the package, of course, we have a quick description. And again, there's still a lot of mystery around this character and this show because it hasn't started streaming yet as far as me filming this video. So there's still a lot to learn about this character, but let's go ahead and read the character description. The Mandalorian. His body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visored mask. His past is wrapped in mystery. The Mandalorian is battle-worn, tight-lipped, a formidable bounty hunter in an increasingly dangerous galaxy. So as you can see, guys, they don't really tell us a whole lot about the character. The show hasn't been released yet, so there's still a lot of who he is, what he is. But let's go ahead and get him out of here because I gotta be honest with you guys, out of all the Star Wars projects coming up in this upcoming year, I am probably most excited about this TV show, The Mandalorian. So, it looks like a really well done show, and if you're familiar with who's producing it, it's being done by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, which those guys do awesome work, and I'm really excited to see what they come up with. But there he is. This is him, and you can see he comes with a pistol and a long blaster rifle, and I'm loving the throwback to the holiday special with the design of the rifle. Very cool. And oh, suckers, rubber banded in there. So okay, so looking at his rifle here, you can see we have what is like a forked tip on the barrel. You have the long barrel, and there's a little tab here that I'm going to assume is probably going to interact with the figure somehow, and a scope. So very cool. And then we will pop out his pistol, and it's just a silver pistol with a black handle. Good amount of detailing on it though. Very cool. Looks accurate to what I've seen in the promotional material so far. So alright. Very cool. Okay. And here he is out of the box. The Mandalorian. Very cool. So a lot of detail on the armor, and of course one of the things I'm noticing right off the bat here is the cape. And the other thing I want to see is, does the helmet come off? They got his face in here? No, they don't. So it looks like you can remove the cape. Let's see here. Okay, so it does come off, and it's flexible plastic. Not cloth, just a hole through that you force the head through. Very cool. we've got a working holster here with, it looks like an actual working strap. Very cool. And what else we got? I'm just trying to see all the parts that he interacts with. So then what I'm seeing here on the back is there's this little hole here, and I believe this is where the rifle peg, there's a little peg on the rifle, and I believe you're going to slide that right into his back here. And what's kind of cool is it's actually going through the strap. So there's a hole in the strap, and there's a hole in his back, so it actually looks like he's got the rifle on the strap. So very cool, very well done. Just as they go along with these Black Series figures, as they're moving along and they do more of them, they're just getting better and better at them. The face sculpts are getting better, the detailing's getting better. Really impressed with the improvements they're trying to make in this figure line. So here you can see, very nice figure. And so real quick here, let's run through his movements and see what kind of articulation we have out of him. And I know the helmet does not come off. So it feels like the head is on a nice ball joint, forward, backward, full rotation. Very cool. And then on the shoulders here, you got up and down movement, and you can see also how the shoulder plate is hitting the body a little bit, but they put enough flexibility in it so it's not restricting the movement that much. So that is very cool. That's a good idea. Sometimes they make it so the armor plate goes under or the shoulder or whatever, but it looks like they just put some flexibility in the armor so it moves when you move his arm. So I like that. Then on his shoulder, you should have a full rotation. You should have elbow forward and back and rotation. And at his wrist, you should have full rotation and up and down movement from palm to back of hand. He does have body articulation. You can see they kind of hid the articulation point under where his clothing color changes. So you have side to side and a little bit of forward and back, and it actually has a ratchet gear on the, that's weird. Huh. You can feel it like kind of click into position when you turn them side to side. And I think one of the reasons they may have done that is the belt is not molded to the body. It is loose. So if you turn him too much, you may do damage to the strap. And I do not see that you can remove his belt, because the lower part that goes around his waist is actually glued on. And then the part that goes around his back is loose. So you can see where they put the hole in the strap and then the hole in his back, and you got to kind of line those up to get the rifle in there. And that's how that's going to work. Okay, so going down to his legs here, you got forward and backward movement. You have a rotation at the leg right here, and very cool. They got it lined up so the armor plating doesn't restrict the movement. You can see how it kind of folds underneath itself there. Very cool. And then these armor plates on the side have some flexibility to them, and they're attached to the gun belt. And let's see here, going down to his knee, you should have knee forward and backward. That's it. And then at his ankle, you should have forward and backward and a rotation as well. Okay, very cool. That is all of his articulation, and just looking at his hand sculpts, they look pretty much identical, except his right hand, the trigger finger is out just a little bit more. And then looking at the detailing on his armor, you can see he's got like these blue triangles over his hands. This gauntlet here looks very similar to what Boba Fett wears, but it's just painted a different color. I don't see, okay, yeah, there's a couple. Looks like there's more devices on this gauntlet. Going down here, you can see he's got little bullets or ammo in his ammo belt. It's more around the waist. Some sort of small device on his hip here. You have more ammo on his shin. And this actually looks more like a... You notice his armor's like a mismatch of different armors, different colors, different styles. You can see how the thigh piece here is a little bit different shape and different color. And I think that's going to be part of the character's backstory, is how he puts almost maybe a scavenger or something, that he collects this armor. So what this looks like to me is actually the shin guard to a Rogue One stormtrooper, one of the shore troopers. And that's very similar to what the shoulder pad looks like. It looks like part of actually one of the Scarif troopers, maybe. I would have to get it out and compare, but that's what this shin guard here reminds me of. It reminds me of one of the trooper shin guards, where this one is more, it's just like a boot. So, and this is very Mandalorian knee pad. But you can just see I think it's designed that way, where he's a mix match of armor. So, very cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and slide his cape back on him here, and we'll see how that goes. Very cool. Looks good on him. Stays on there really good. So, very nice. So, let's see how he interacts with his accessories. And, of course, we have the pistol. And I'm going to go ahead and assume it goes in the same side as the holster. And while we're talking about it, let's check this holster out and see how it works. Very cool. That looks really nice. And of course, because of the strap, it's going to stay in. It's not coming loose. And just in general, I'm impressed how they're improving these Black Series figures. And even something as minor as this little tiny strap that goes over his gun. Sometimes getting these little tiny parts to work properly so they're not frustrating. They don't always get that down, especially in the 3 3/4 inch figures. But in these 6-inch figures, the straps work, the buckles buckle. Most of the time, it's very rare I come across Black Series that they don't have that part of the figure down. So that's very cool. I like that kind of detail in these figures. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Very nice. That looks really great. Another part of the detailing I love how they get the trigger finger to actually go inside the trigger guard. Looks really good in his hand. You can see the finger poking through there. Awesome. It's in there really tight. Nice. And just to be thorough, we're going to check and see, does he hold it in his other hand? And as I mentioned earlier, how his right hand has the trigger finger out a little more. You can see you don't quite get that effect when you put it in his other hand. It looks a little bit awkward. But it's in there really good. It doesn't look bad, the figure holding it. So you can put the pistol in either hand, depending on your preference. So we're going to go ahead and holster this thing up and strap the little strap in. Very cool. Very nice. I'm liking that a lot. And again, just to see if it works, because we took the cape off last time. So I'm noticing, as I mentioned earlier, you have to line up the hole in the strap with the hole in his back. And if you lean him forward a little bit, it takes it out of alignment. So you kind of have to lean him back a little bit. And it should slide right in there. Let's see here. But I'm really liking that feature, how you can actually strap it to his back. He looks good wearing it. It's in there pretty good. It's not coming loose when I'm tapping it or shaking the figure. Very cool. Oh, I have such high hopes for this show. I hope it's really good. This is such a well-designed character. Just off character design, Jon Favreau, I'm going to give you an A+. So this is going to be a little bit awkward, I think, what you have here. Okay, so I am noticing a slight difference in the hand. So if you look at his hand with the trigger finger, which is his right hand, you can see it has more articulation to it. So you can go up and down this way, or it has a different style of articulation. So what this one is doing is going from like thumb to pinky up and down, whereas this one doesn't do that. It goes from palm to back of the hand up and down. And I believe the reason they're doing that is because unlike his pistol, this is a rifle stock, and to grip it you have to twist your hand a little bit, and I think they're doing that to accommodate this rifle. So that is cool. I've seen them do that before with other figures. So okay, very cool. So there you go. Wow, I was wondering how they were going to do that. That is awesome. So you see what I mean, how he can twist his hand down from towards the pinky, and you need to do that to hold a rifle stock. And just like the pistol, you can see they got the trigger finger in the trigger guard. He's got a good grip around the stock. And because you can twist his wrist in the right direction, he actually puts the rifle forward. He's not holding it up and down in like a vertical position. So very cool. You can point the rifle forward, and then I'm gonna imagine also that you can slide it and put his other hand on it. So very cool. Double grip. All right, I'm really liking this figure. I think they did a great job so far. This is all the accessories work. The accessories interact. The cape is removable. Working holster with a working strap. Very nice. And articulation meant to made up with the proper accessory. So very cool. And then what I like to do with every figure is give him the official test, the stand test. Can the Black Series figures stand on their own? And most of them are fine with that, but there you go. All right, everyone, there you go from the 6-inch Black Series line. This is the Mandalorian from the Mandalorian TV series, which will be streaming on Disney Plus starting November 12th, 2019. And I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I hope you're enjoying the content. And if you like the channel and you like the videos we make here, please subscribe to the channel. We would love to have your support. We want to grow this channel. We want to make it bigger. And when the more people that support us, the easier that is. Thank you guys. We really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye.